All right, welcome to the new episode of Run It Back. This time we will be hitting up New Jack City. We taking you back. And as always, I got my boy Source with me, and he's going to talk about himself and introduce our guests.
What up, though? So it's here as always. What's up, Brian? Um, New Jack City. So we got this New Jack. He ain't no New Jack for real. But anyway, my man.
I will.
So he was a long time ago, but now he is one of my favorite people from the flag football world, and he is part of the SBP as well. The only person. Nah, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it, bang. We ain't gonna get into all
Yeah, you
that.
should do it. You should. Sorry, now you
My
got
guy.
Yeah.
Lamorris Bolling, aka Bang. What up, bro?
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
No doubt.
I know, right?
But man, thanks for joining us, man. Thanks for joining us, man. This
No
ought to
problem. No
be
problem.
fun. I was glad you stepped up when we said that we wanted to do this, John. He was on that quick. Yeah, I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. I was like, word, word, because this
Yeah,
this movie is such a fun movie that we want to have. We wanted to have somebody who was really in, not just to be doing this, but was really in on this one. So I think this is going to be really, really good.
definitely. No problem.
Yeah, fella. So movie was made back in 1991, but once it gets started, it takes us back to 1986. And, we were chatting before we even started this thing. And one of the first scenes we see, of course, off top was your boy Dutter Man hanging somebody over the bridge in the middle of broad daylight. And then Nino walks up, man. Lamar, that joint was crazy, dog.
Yeah, it was dope. It was definitely dope. Definitely one of the illest ways to start a movie off. You know, it just let you know where you're going on the rest of the trip. Because that's how they bring it to you initially. Like, yeah, you know, this what we do.
We in for a
So
wild one. Like,
we're for a wild run right here. So
I don't know if you was thinking what I was thinking, man, but like this telling you how ill we just meeting Nino, right? And dude ill, like he's doing this on the bridge, cars going up and down the street behind him in broad daylight. Like he just ain't caring about nothing. You feel me?
Nah,
So you
bro.
know he's an ill dude.
It's like he's like, I run the city, bro. I run the city. This my city. I'm gonna do what I want. A boat went by, like they hanging him off the bridge, and a boat went by, bro. Like, you don't think the people on the boat saw this? Like, what's going
yeah.
on?
The more we get into it, though, we think about it. Nino had a whole lot of broad daylight moments in the whole
Yes, he
movie. You
did.
think about it,
And he
like
got a
Nino do his
witness.
dirt at night.
He got a witness. And the
Yeah,
dude's old lady right there screaming, nah, no, 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 people riding up and down the street. I say, these dudes is wild, man. Like, ain't trying to conceal a thing.
not one thing, not a thing.
Hey, but look, every time I watch this joint, I just rewatched it last night, right? The scene we first see Chris Rock's character, Pookie, and of course we see Ice T, right? Detective Appleton, right? That whole exchange between them, and he's undercover. Your boy all of a sudden trying to, he tried to be out in these streets and hustle up and make some money. But when the chase is on, do you think Ice T has ever ran that fast in his life? Because dude was like full stride. Running behind him, that bad boy. Hey, come on. Every time I watch that piece, man, and I see him running as if he's really like really going at it, like in the back of my mind, I'm thinking he probably like I'd be glad when this scene over, bro.
Right. It's almost too like the way technology is days. Like you see movies like older movies, you can see where the stunt double comes in
Yeah.
and now stuff like this. So it's almost like, was he really running the whole time, or did it get somebody else? Like, damn, Ice T running the whole time, man. Might have got somebody else, like a little body double do that joint, jumping on the bike and all that.
Hey, if I hadn't seen Ice T on Drink Champs tell his whole life story about how he was in the was he what was he in? Like I
Was the
can't say it
gang
for
or
a
the
fact.
service?
But no, the service, when he was in
Yeah,
the service.
yeah.
Bro was
Mm.
in the service. Like I guess he had to run at some point in time.
Hey, I
He had to
hope
like
so.
he won't on nobody quarter field, but
Right. Okay.
He didn't live the life though, man. What he
Right.
what been a gang? He been in the service. He been a pimp. Like,
Got
see,
a
Secret Service, pimp, rapper, police, disser, uh,
oh yeah,
shoot,
he's a rock.
reality star,
He had
rock
a rock and
star,
roll. Yeah, but he's a rock star. Yep.
everything.
that man has lived a life. Like that dude has lived a life and still living. Like,
Mm-hmm. Right.
still living out here doing this thing, man.
Don't try to say nothing about his daughter. Don't y'all dare. Don't bring
That's
it up.
crazy.
Right.
Don't bring it up.
But look, did you see the memes though? Did you see the meme that was somebody put it on her on the face of the New Jack City quote?
Oh,
He had
come
the
on,
gun.
man.
What's his
Not,
name?
not that joint. That's
What?
wrong. They wrong for that mess, man.
Oh
Man,
wow.
That
I,
is
I,
wrong.
I had real tears, real tears. I was like, yo, okay, okay.
Wow.
This business, this ain't business. This person, like that with her face though. Not with her face, y'all
Wow.
terrible. Oh god.
Whew.
Man, that is they wrong. It's funny, all this going on with all these memes and stuff at the time we doing this. This is this is
Right.
Right, right, right.
man, but they went hard on all the clothing and the props in this thing, man. Because even early in this movie, it had me tripping. Everybody got on Kangol. Like everybody got on Kangol. We got on different Kangos. You got leather, you got fur. Source, what was your first Kangol? I know you had one.
I literally never had a Kango in my life.
Bitch,
Not
not a
one.
b-boy hip hop guy like yourself. Never had a Kango ever, not once.
Nah, bro.
Not even thought about it. Not even.
Thought about it. Passed on it. Not once, bro. Not once.
He had his last two albums with a Kango on one time.
Why
Somebody
you
go
gotta bring up
find that
Average?
footage.
Why you gotta bring up Average? You know that's where I
Somebody
live.
go find that. I know somebody got the footage.
Oh man.
Hey man, but the club scene, man. So we get to see more and more what your boy Nino is about. Walks up in his club, and everybody's showing him love, and he gets in there. But I'm gonna tell you what trips me out about the whole thing. And I don't remember if it was the beginning, the first club scene, or the second one. Do you remember when he walked into the club though, and like Nino or whatever, and the girl gave him the bottle. I don't know what he was drinking. Moet. I don't know what he was drinking.
I want to say Don Perignon or
It
something like
might have
that.
been some Dom Perignon.
Yeah.
Do they really make straws that long, though? Like you just that joint had a straw in it.
He had a carnival straw in that joint and everything.
Like they taped two straws together.
Yeah, the joint with the curl in it. The joint that straighten that joint out.
I'm like, yo, like
The director tried to use a regular food line straw. Like, wait a minute, this straw ain't working, man. Put two on together, tape it together, tape it together. All right, there we go. We're good. Now we got the
Yeah.
visual we're looking for. Now we
When he first tried it, he dropped about 4 straws in that joint. He was like, nope, that's not long enough. Nope.
No, this ain't gonna do
yeah, like that straw was long as a bomb, man. Like this joint, because the movie directed by Mario Van Peebles, who is also in his movies, right? MVP. I'm
And his spoon.
like, where'd y'all find that straw at, bro? Like, we need to go back and find all the footage. When you get the DVD and you go behind the scenes and everything. I would love to be a part on there about we had to tape two straws together.
It had to be. It had to be. I don't think they ever created straws that long.
Okay. Oh, get some
Super straw.
Oh man.
They're gonna big ghost straw ain't that long. Super big ghost straw ain't that long.
Exactly. So
Hey man,
that,
but your boy the joint we see in the memes all the time, your boy G Money out there shooting jump shots, or shooting shots for cash and beating these cats out, right? First thing I thought about, man, we joked about Source having the Kango, right? I had that money, that money pendant, that the dollar joint. Yeah, I had that joint.
yeah. I think we all. I think everybody. The money clip. What's about the?
He had the money symbol on the end of depending on the end of his chain. He had a ring.
Oh, that one.
He had a ring.
Yeah.
But I had that joint. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I had got one of them joints. I went to a club one night. I know some cats got to fighting, and that just ended up on the ground somewhere. So you know how you just nonchalantly walk past something, slide it in your pocket, and exit the club because they throwing everybody out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I showed up on Monday morning at school with that bad boy on.
I'll go.
Of course, I told the folks I bought it in Petersburg in Broadway fashion.
Petersburg. Dang, like,
that's my story, and I stuck to it for years.
Those Perry is brass knuckles too, as big as those joints were, man.
Yeah.
Those covered up your whole fist.
Yes, they did.
So,
Yes, they
oh
did.
man,
Yes, they
oh
did.
man. I don't think
Man,
I've
but
ever held a big money sign ring. I don't think I did. I might have had the necklace. I might have had the necklace before though. I don't think I had the ring. I don't
yeah, I had the necklace. I had the pendant for the necklace. I already had the necklace. I just threw that pendant right on that bad boy. Call it a day. Yeah, man. But so yeah, so this whole thing is taking place, man. Crack epidemics going on. Of course, G Money brings it to Nino's attention how they can make some more cash, and Nino comes up with the plan. They're gonna take over a whole project apartment building, the whole
the
building,
whole thing.
like the whole building.
The whole building. Not even a couple of units. The whole. Let's say the whole building.
Not a
We need the whole
floor.
thing.
Not a
Yeah.
floor. The whole game. That thing had 5 floors?
I like it was bigger
Man,
than that. Wasn't it?
I'm about to say I
I
think it was
thought
bigger
they,
than that, yo. It looked like it was bigger.
I thought they said how many floors it was
It
at
might
one
have been,
point.
but it looked like it was bigger than 5 floors.
True.
Chris Rock might have been explaining that we was talking to the police about it, like how many floors it was. But it might have been 5, but
But if
y'all
it was
think
5, it wasn't just 5 like one building because this one had like a whole courtyard and everything. Like it was crazy.
right, right.
True. That's true.
So
But look,
yeah,
watching that joint, man, I'm gonna tell y'all. No matter what people think about the movie, Nino had to have the illest team out there when it comes to like strategy and clothing and stuff. Cause you see with these dudes that worked in there were wearing CMB, like he could have had an online clothing store, bro. He had black with red CMB on the hat. Man had
And the
T-shirts,
jacket, the
jackets,
coat.
like
I was like, what is going on?
yo,
He
they were before
advertising this thing.
he was way before his time, way before his time. That's
think we had
that's what
all the
BMF
access.
tried to do.
Yeah, I think we had all the stuff we had now. You know what I'm saying? Online
Right,
stores and all.
right, right. He could have had all that stuff going on with that.
She did it
Like you
probably
said,
wanted to cut. Man, we were going to cut back then.
Could have gave
oh
up the
yeah,
drug game
definitely,
and just
man.
sold clothes.
He said could just hold clothes back then.
Could have just gave up the drug game and sold the clothes.
Man, Nino was so arrogant with it, man. He wouldn't want to do that. He's like, man, I don't need that little clothes and money.
Yep.
I'm still in these streets. Could be like
Apartment
Marlo
building
from
get
the
2
Wire. You're like, I
niggas,
can't let the
3
streets go.
niggas, 4. Fast.
Like, I ain't letting the streets go for nothing, man.
Yeah, Nino's a smart dude, man. I think, regardless of, we take his character in this movie and how vicious he was and even about stuff, Nino was a smart dude. Whether he planned certain things or he had people plan things for him that we never saw. And we did hear about, his girlfriend and we disrespected the entire movie. She said she gave him a few books to read. And I remember when I first saw the movie, I took it as if she meant I gave you a few books to read so you could just learn. Like he wasn't like really literate.
Right,
It wasn't until
right.
later after I saw the movie, maybe the 4th or 5th time, I said, no, she meant she gave him books to read about business and things of that nature. That's what she was talking about.
Yeah, she was definitely a key piece to him, becoming who he was or whatever. He tried to dismiss it. Like, yeah, you gave me a few books to read. And he said something else too that she did. He like, hey, did he say did you help me organize the brothers?
Something
Did
like
he
that.
say that?
Yep.
Or maybe I missed that.
Yeah.
I think he
Yeah,
said
something.
yeah. So yeah, so she was kind of an intricate part of CMB for real. So
And
what
bringing in her cousin.
yeah, man, bringing in her cousin, yeah,
Pretty much.
pretty much.
No, it liked you.
But no,
Christopher Williams, yo. This is true story. True story. So back, telling my age, but I remember Christopher Williams came to the Landmark, and I was at VCU, and we still out in front of the dorms, right? And I'm like, yo, what all these people running this direction for? Didn't realize it was mostly females. So I dabbed my homeboy up. I'm gonna get back at you because it was a young lady at the time that I was seeing. And I was supposed to be going to, I just started talking to her. So I was supposed to be going by a dorm room to holler at her for a second. When I go by the dorm, I'm out there knocking like crazy. I'm like, she told me to come. I'm sitting there knocking. She ain't never opened the door. I said, maybe she forgot. I don't know what happened, the whole 9 yards. I later found out that she got caught up in that mix, just stood me up with the rest of the young ladies on campus, running down to the Landmark because your boy Christopher Williams was down there doing a sound check, bro.
Yeah.
Trying to catch him coming out the building.
She and Elizabeth. Don't wake me. I'm dreaming. Okay, you was singing to
Mama
me on
says.
my mind.
Wow.
Mama
Oh
says.
man.
Mama
That
says.
was good.
Oh man. Yeah, but celebrities can't, man. But like, I don't know, man. Celebrities come around. Some people just don't. They can't just let it be. They can't just play it cool. Like, oh, I gotta see it. I gotta go see the person, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see that happen. Did you get mad at her for leaving, like for going over there, or like, man, where were you? You know?
Yeah, at the time I was a little teed off. I was like, come on,
Where were
man.
you? Where were you?
Come
What are
on.
you doing?
And she kept it real too. Oh, Christopher Williams was there. And I was like, man, they ain't gonna get they
How you
hope.
gonna do this to me?
Look, the show ain't for another night. He doing sound check. Like, what but yeah, because we were standing right there. I was in Johnson Hall, which is right there. And she was across the street at Rhodes. So
Right.
it was crazy.
Man, you said I'll
Heard of
be sure?
Denzel before?
What he said?
Did you say I'll be sure? Or did you say Nino Brown? I mean, Christopher Williams.
Christopher Williams.
Yes.
It was Christopher Williams. Okay.
That's
For
Christopher
some
Williams.
reason, I was thinking it was. I think I had an I'll be sure flashback. I might have had a moment like that.
Oh.
I don't know.
Hey, but what made me think of all that though, because the women when they watched this movie, they took it kind of personal. I remember being in the movie theater, and later on when your boy stabbed him, when Nino stabbed him in the hand, all I heard was women in the theater. Oh, I'm like, it's my movie, man. Like you could hear it throughout the whole movie theater. They was generally hurt because this man got stabbed in the hand.
Bro, we was big back then, bro. We was big at the
I was
time.
about to
Gotta
say that too.
understand.
I
Y'all
ain't
light
want to
skinned
say it.
dudes, huh?
I ain't want to say it in that way, but bro, if I think back on it, y'all had a good run during that time. It was like
Yeah.
Christopher Williams, Al B. Shore,
Be sure.
Devontae. Devontae from Jonas.
Y'all was in. Y'all was in.
was killing it.
Y'all was
Y'all
in.
was
It was a good. It was a good time. It was a good
y'all
time.
could do no wrong in their eyes, man, doing those signs, man. Like so
Yeah.
even the
But
movie scene when you getting fake stabbed in the hand, even though the hand turned dark skin. We're gonna talk about that. Prosthetics was definitely interesting back then. Like, so what he's saying, like, why the hand so dark? What? But
yeah, that's 30
I get
years
it.
ago, bro. 30 years
Yeah.
ago. But it's funny that because the dark skin being in, whatever however you want to say it, Wesley Snipes was part of that whole movement.
Yeah, he brought his in, man. He kind of helped us out a little bit.
Yeah, y'all had Alan Payne. I mean,
Alan Payne.
hey man,
Maybe
look,
it wasn't that
He might
good.
have
Alan Payne.
he might have was a
one of
home.
the reasons they went to see this movie. I mean,
Well, I guess yeah. You can get G money.
you gotta give me the women were definitely into Alan Payne back then when he first. I ain't talking about the one on House of Pain now. He's a little bit older. I'm talking about back then. And they loved some Alan Payne. They did. So
Yeah.
Okay.
How long was
So
Jason Lyric after the Jack City? How long was that? How many years?
Jason's lyric was what? What was that? Was that 94?
I'm thinking 93, 94. Got to be around the time.
Yeah.
This
So
was
yeah.
91.
He had to ride that joint out.
Yeah, 94.
Yeah.
94. 94.
Oh man. So yeah, he right around that. Yeah, he still had the spark going on right around about that time. So yeah,
So,
he was
so when they took over the Carter, though, we talked about they took over the Carter, and they were doing their thing. Of course, they said they had to go deal with Fat Smitty, the roster.
So disrespectful.
Yeah.
So disrespectful.
Well, it wasn't you, Smitty. It was the other.
I took it personally, bro.
Took it personally, Smitty.
I was like, why his name got to be Smitty?
Exactly.
Anything else in the world. But anyway.
So we see your girl Keisha come out when that rockabye baby, she put it to him. And G Money sitting right there in the whip, losing his mind. And that was kind of like makes you think of years later who do we get? We get Snoop like in the Wire, ride or die. I'm down for mine. You know what I'm saying? But Keisha was no joke. Like Keisha was no joke. And you think about the correlation. So you think about it. Keisha, first time we saw her shoot somebody was that scene when she shot Smitty, right? And she was in the back of the car, right? Back of the Jeep, whatever they were riding in. If you remember in The Wire, the first time we saw Snoop killed somebody. She was on the back of the motorcycle with Chris.
Hmm.
You know, they
Right.
went to go put in work, and she pulled out the weapon and
Right. Right.
shot the cats on the corner.
Right.
Mm.
Yes,
Yeah. That's a key point there. You're right. You're right.
yeah.
Because
Years
the
later,
Snoop had so what she had, what did she do? I think she was dressed up as a regular girl, I believe, to make it look like she just chilling with her dude on the bike and something like that, kind of threw him off and everything, and
yeah,
then just
put in
yeah,
work. Yeah, we didn't put
right,
she proved herself. I'm sure in this movie, Keisha had already proved herself to Nina. You know, they probably grew up together. He knew what she was about. But if you
right,
go
right.
back to The Wire, I remember him telling her something about you up, girl, or
Your
whatever.
turn. Yeah, it
Yeah,
says
it's your
your turn
turn,
now.
girl.
Yeah,
Next thing you know, her and Chris on the back of that bike, and she went and put that work in. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So,
And never stopped.
and so as I know we
Nah,
be talking
I
about.
can't stop. Okay.
Hey, so I know we always be talking about empowering the women, man, but wow,
Hey
I don't know what
man,
we were talking about like this, right?
equal opportunity murderers, man. Equal opportunity murderers. You want to kill? Go on, kill. You can kill.
yeah,
You want to kill with us?
yeah.
Come on.
And then they
She
did
was
the
right to the
landlord
point.
dirty too, though. How they had that man outside with no clothes on?
Oh yeah.
Bucket naked.
Again, like you said, again, another broad daylight moment. It's raining, but still, still in the daytime, walking right down the street. Million people just seeing it with a shotgun.
You know what was
Just
genius about that move, though? What was
huh?
genius about it is they did it in front of everybody and let y'all
Yeah.
know I'm taking this building. This
Hmm.
you see your peoples right here. They're running this. Yeah, that's this me. You know, we saw the
Right.
CMB. We saw the brothers later breaking in, forcing their way into people's houses and stuff too. Fortunately, you know, somebody's husband got shot in the midst of it. They kicking down doors and all that. But to take the man that runs the building, bucket naked outside, and walk him in front of all the people around the building and the tenants, this is letting you know it's power move.
Right.
Power move.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I mean, then what was the old dude name in the movie? I don't know. I remember his name. The one that went to the police station after. How a man gonna just take?
Idolater.
Yeah, just gonna take a building.
I don't
What he
remember
said?
his name, but
Yeah, me neither. I
dude
just
was
know
hot.
just the old dude. Just he had such an important role throughout the whole movie, though.
He did. He
But
was. He was
but
in
it's
there.
never knew his name. That's that guy. Look at the old dude again. Coming
Oh,
about the
dude.
Yeah,
yeah,
it
he
was.
wants to get it.
What was cool about it though, we saw him in different spots in the movie. That was one of the things that they didn't give away, like because you saw him before we saw what he did at the end, of course, but you
Right,
saw him one, two, at least three times before we even got to the end of the movie. And the first
right,
time we saw him, he was just spectating. He didn't say anything, you know. Um,
right.
so they did a really
Yeah,
good job with that. Uh,
right. Right where they also show like he legit tried though. He
yeah,
tried to go every other way before he got to that point. He like I went to the police. He tried to do community stuff. Whatever he tried, like y'all ain't getting it. Y'all even the preacher out here was getting the money with Nino and stuff like that. Reverend Oates, what you doing here?
Reverend.
He like man,
Getting his bag
like man, what else I'm supposed to do? I don't see.
and
I
staying
know.
alive.
I got this. I got this. Man. I know what I'm gonna do.
For sure.
I think that's what he said. I'm fed up when he saw the Reverend. Like you know what? That's it. I reached my point. I reached. I reached my
Brought the
limit.
revenant. Brought the revenant to this.
Nick Ashford was the Reverend.
Uh,
Oh
Hey,
solid as a rock.
man, right?
well, it's crazy though. So these guys get wildly successful though. They still rolling with the Kangos, but now your boy Dutter Man, he ain't got his teeth cleaned up. Well, he didn't want to got some gold. He got
Mm,
gold in his mouth now. Uh, Nino out here getting custom made suits. So their hard work and especially what G Money brought to them really paid off though. You know, it really paid off. And these guys rolling. And I think I saw something that was all of that was supposed to have taken place over, I think, like a 3 year span. You know,
mm.
and
Yeah,
he's
yeah. Do that little period. Yeah, that makes sense.
getting mad loot, like mad loot up in there. But Chris Rock, man, look, I know a lot of people we think of Chris Rock as being a comedian, and a lot of people, if you look across the internet, of course, and you might even feel that way. Saying, man, Chris Rock can't act. You know, he's not a good actor, and he can't play this part. Um, can't play different parts of movies. But I think to me, this was his best part for me because I think you can say what you want to about everybody else's performance or anybody else's performance in this movie. Chris Rock played that part, and he had to look too. Let's be real, but he played that part.
Right. Right.
Oh
I
yeah,
can agree. Yeah.
I don't think anybody was bad. I mean, you think so? Anybody was bad? I thought
I
everybody
don't think
did
the
a
bad
good
was bad.
job
I
for the
got some
movie.
I'll
I
probably
mean,
mention when I do my wrap up.
Ice-T maybe, if you want to consider Ice-T questionable, but that's fine, especially being that was his first starring type role, or that was his first role that I remember him being in anything, to be
Right.
honest. But yeah, Chris Rock, I don't know how positive it is to say, man, you are a great crackhead, but it worked for Samuel Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chris,
Yeah.
what
I mean,
you say?
oh no, yeah, he definitely, I mean, definitely played, like you say, he brought life to the role, though. You know what I mean? In a way of saying it, being that you saw how he was at first, he was good. Now all of a sudden when he showed up, tried to get the turkey and everything, like, damn, what happened to him? Like he sold it, like damn. But and people that been in living and seeing people actually transition from that to that, you was open up about it. You like, damn, yeah, I seen that before. Like, damn, I seen the dude was good one day. He
Yeah.
was all right. He was clean cutting this, whatever happened in a couple of months or year span led him to that. And that's how he is now. So, so he played it pretty good. So
You used
did a
to
good
be a
job.
prom queen. Now you're a prom fiend. No, but he really he sold it. I think you see these actors and actresses always talk about having to study for a part or they just let themselves go. And he really let themselves go. I mean, the facial expressions. I mean, he made some of the ugliest faces in this movie like ever when when he was hitting the pipe and all that. But he sold it. He sold it.
Right.
I'm not sure how I feel about him in a lot of other movies, but this one, yeah, I think I think he nailed it.
Hmm. I agree. Definitely agree. Definitely agree.
So, hey, so what you think about when he was telling the folks about what goes down in the Carter, man? He said you can take your drugs home, or you can take them over. You can stay and get high at the Enterprise.
And
Like,
the
what?
Yeah.
Enterprise.
I mean, he painted the picture. He definitely painted the picture. He probably was internalizing the picture too. He was like, man, I really want this to be me. But I'm clean. I'm clean now. But I might have to do it. But
Yeah.
yeah, because he was fantasizing and romanticizing that thing. But he explained it well, broke it down, and unfortunately, he had succumbed to the pipe once again,
Yeah,
and it led to his demise.
Yeah. The pressure of them demons, man. That was too much for him. But yeah, he explained the Enterprise like he wanted to be there.
yeah.
Like I want to be there right now. Man, they say the Enterprise is like beaming up to Scotty, Oh
Well,
man, when they lighten up that glass, you know what I mean? It's like bro, you good, bro? You good? You
he
sound kind of
he
excited.
ex, he explained that joint. Him to the Carter is equal to Ray to Ray's Boom Boom Room. You know when Ray was explaining the
Come
Boom
on,
Boom
not
Yeah,
Ray
Room,
yeah,
Boom
yeah.
Boom.
it
Come
was
on.
exactly the same.
You're right. You're right because they both sold that joint. Like you,
Yeah,
they way Ray explained Ray's Boomer Room. They just chilling. The way he explained it, they all can visualize them being there. Like, yeah, you're right. That do sound nice, man. What dude say, man, you got some food there? Man, you want some steak, man? Yeah. Get that, what did he say to Mark? Get that man some Worcestershire sauce. Fine.
hey boy,
uh,
call him boy.
yeah. Oh, you did. He did call him that, didn't he? Oh man. Oh boy. Anyway, though, everything about that movie. Now, I'm about to go watch that.
Yeah, you
Oh
got me
boy.
thinking about it.
My bad.
Hey, your boy. So the white detective, Nick Peretti.
Mm,
Um,
Ready.
I kind of like this part in this. They put him. He was there, said a few lines on each time he was in it that he had to say, and just moved on. But a lot of people are shocked. Do you guys remember where you saw him before? The most notable part before this? Probably his most
yeah,
notable.
Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
for
Yeah, every
me.
time I mentioned that to somebody, like, that was him. I said, yeah, just take the mustache off, throw some long hair on it. What was his name? Bender. It was Bender in that movie. I think it
Yeah, I
was
believe so. Yep.
Bender in
Yep.
the Breakfast Club. So, but I like what they did with him in this movie. I liked uh, him and Ice T going at each other. Especially when they first met. That was kind of fun. How you gonna walk up in the man's spot and just shoot bullet holes and shoot bullet holes in the little target joint? Like,
About 6 shots too.
yeah.
I know, right? Like he fired off in that joint because it's
Yeah.
casually too though. They were there talking. Yeah, I'm in.
And Appleton, Ice-T's character, like, he ain't scared of nobody, but even he's looking like,
Like this
nah,
crazy.
but it's like this dude here.
Oh man, yeah.
So when Appleton took, and that's when I went to see the movie. I really remember when I saw Appleton taking Pookie in, all before, of course, before the whole
Mm.
Carter blow up, and then he ended up dying. Right then and there, I said, "This is going too well. I think something gonna happen to him." That was my thought. Like right then, so this is going too well. Something was gonna happen to Pookie, and then, of course, it actually did happen to Pookie. So,
Well, I mean, Ice-T's character.
Mhm.
I mean, he cared more about the end result than he did about Pookie, even though he tried to sell it. That's my friend. That ain't your friend, because you knew that man wasn't ready to be around no drugs like that, and yet you allowed him to be
Yeah.
face first into drugs, and this was bound to happen. It was
Would
bound
you,
to rebound.
but do you think that? So did he make the right decision? Like, because when Pookie comes back to him and tells him, what's gonna happen to me when I get on these streets. I guess this is maybe his way of, well, maybe I can keep an eye on him, keep him with me for a little bit, and you know.
He said,
Well,
get
it's
him a job, not put him in the room with the crack.
What he was gonna
You
do
might
with
as well
it?
have went to the street. You might as well go to the block if I'm gonna be in the room with the crack. Like, what's the difference?
Yeah, I mean, of course hindsight. Just like Mario Van People's character said, like, man, I don't think your boy ready to be in a room full of crack, man. I'm telling you. Yeah,
No.
he said that to him. But and then again with hindsight, it was a movie. Maybe Ice-T wasn't the best motivational person when that part came up. You know what I mean? Because like when he's played when they say that to Ice-T character flipped the script on Chris Rock character, like, yeah, you better not, man. Because you owe a lot of people, man. You owe a lot of people. You owe me. You owe my mother. Yeah, little crackhead like you. Like, that's how this church went in on all. Yeah, killed my mom. Didn't take no money. Didn't take no jewelry. It's pow. You know what I mean? So that's out of nowhere. It's like, yeah, like it's so if I'm Chris Rock and them, I'm like, well, goddamn, what did I do? What did I do to
I guess
deserve
I
this?
do.
Like,
I do.
I was good for a minute. All of a sudden, all this. Okay, what do I normally do to cope when times like this get to me? I got some. Because y'all just pressure a little too much for me right now, man. I can't take it. So
Oh wow. Okay.
That's
probably wasn't
wild.
the best idea. He definitely was the best motivation to speak in that moment.
Agreed.
Hey, your boy Nino though, man. So when the Carter got infiltrated and they shut it down, and of course they go to the meeting. Of course, Nino laid up with old girl that G Money is supposed to have been hollering at, right? And when he get the news, when he tell him, "Oh, you meet me now," they go down to the spot, right? Your boy Nino come walking in that bad boy. You gonna let the dog off the leash, but they gotta throw the extra in. How your boy gonna do jump rope with the chain? I'm like, yo, this dude Nino ain't giving a nothing in this joint. Like what? Like this last spot, man. But Nino's a better
But I think
dude. He come walking up in that meeting, and just throw a little extra on it. I mean, just jump. That was a crazy
what's
scene, though. The whole scene.
what's the word they call it? What's they call it, man? It's like I can't think of it right now, but like, well, premeditate. Well, premeditate. You know what you're gonna do. You know you already gonna take. He already know I'm gonna kirk out. He already know it. Like eventually I'm gonna do something. And so he just like, just calm right now. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna just wait for somebody to tell me which one of y'all messed up my $1 million business. So so let me just jump rope. He's lucky he have a football enjoy. He probably would have tossed that joy like, woo, woo. No.
Took a jumper.
Jump rope.
Give my
Jump
chain.
chain. Jump chain.
He like Cedric the Taylor. Oh, I wish a mother. Ooh, I tell you, man. Hey, ooh, wait till I find out which one of y'all messed up my business, boy. I'm telling you, it's gonna be
I
on.
wish.
Keisha know something. Keisha, G Money.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
definitely
You
know
see,
something.
But
yeah,
you
he must
already
gotta
knew
know something.
you already knew he wasn't gonna go at Keisha.
On the other man.
Like he was gonna slide down to the light skinned section of the room.
It didn't
I had
work.
to get.
It works
Y'all had to
together,
get it,
weren't
man.
It was.
Oh, they were right beside each other. But another unfortunate moment for light skin history. The way G Money just threw him under the bus though, like
He brought my
Kareem under my attention.
man.
You're like,
Of course, y'all was not. Y'all was out. Y'all was in there, but y'all won't getting along with each other, man. We supposed to hug each
Right.
other, bro.
little internal ruckus.
Turned up that baby so quick. Kareem under my attention. We got how many people working on it? I can't watch everybody. But I won't tell y'all a personal issue I always had with this movie, man. I hated G Money after this part, yo. Soon as he got mad over Uniqua, whatever her name was, and got in his feelings and messed up everything about that, I have this people calling him G Money. I like, oh, G Money ass person, because like that is the weak. That is so weak, man. Like
I
for
agree.
his character, for like really like. All right, so even when Nino first when Nino first saw the girl in the club dancing, and he asked G Money, "Hey yo, G, you hit that joint before, right?" Julie, yeah. I'm just getting to know her though. You know what I mean? That was it. That should have been it. That should have been the.
He was getting to know, and listen, everybody needs a job, you know. He was getting to know the stripper, bro. You trying to get to know the stripper? That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. You know what I mean? So I was like, bro, is he really getting his feelings about this?
Now I'm with you. Let me tell you why I'm with you. Because, all right, so you G Money, you obviously you get other women. You getting other women. I mean, that's what you said in the beginning.
We said beginning. Oh Lord,
and all that. You getting women. You got money. All right. You, regardless of how dirty your boy done you in this situation, right? You can get other women, bro. And you already saw at Nino's crib, when they was chilling, what she was about. Why are you stressing so hard over? What he did, what Nino did was wrong or dirty. Okay, I'm gonna give you that. But bro, it's not like you can't get no other women. You gonna mess up the business over that.
Yeah, exactly.
Boo. I don't like how y'all approaching this thing. Boo! I'm booing y'all.
No, wait. What's your take on it, sir?
I'm just saying, y'all just. I agree
She's
with everything y'all said. Oh, absolutely. However, we just glossing over the Nino part, like, he did that.
Well, Nino.
You should have responded different.
You know what Nino was about, though.
Right, but the key to me, is not her. The key was respect. He wanted Nino's respect. Nobody had Nino's respect. He thought he did in moments, but he wanted Nino's respect. He wouldn't have done that to him if he respected him. And it went on from there. It's your world. You saying it's your world.
He could get respect, though, Source.
You saying it's you. That's part of respect. That's part of it right there.
Right, but still, I'm gonna try to get my respect in other ways. Not respect me over a female, that particular female that won't respecting G Money. She disrespected
It wasn't about her, bro. It wasn't about her.
I get it. All right, even if I get it. But how about G Money should have respected itself though? You know what I mean? That's
that it is. Bingo.
This what she is showing them everything. That's what she is. You know what I mean? Like you said, the key part is when they was watching the movie in the joint. She legit did a whole striptease in front of Nino to offer herself to him and tell him, "I'm ready to have your kid. I'm ready to have your kid right now. You need to have a child. Let the world know you here." She did all this in front of him, and G Money still, man. What he do? Still did a sucker move and crashed on the stage and was still in love. Yeah. He act like he didn't hear none of that stuff that happened before. Like none of that just happened. Like she just did do a whole striptease in front of Nino, offer herself up. And Nino and at this point, Nino done turned the joint down. Well, that's his first time actually turned it down. Yeah. He already seen it once. But at this point,
he never turned her down.
Yeah, no, I mean, he walked away. That's close Nino did to turn her down. He just walked away. Like, yeah, I'm just going back and argue with my old lady, I guess, about this. Like, and then she went off.
He didn't even do that, bro. He didn't even do that. G Money had to step in front of him to do that.
Well, that's
yeah.
G Money said, "Hey, no." Go get your
Thank
You
girl.
you.
want to
Matter of fact,
apologize to your
wait.
girl.
You're right. That's even worse. That's
Yeah, but
even
that's my
worse for
point
G
though.
Money.
The G
That's even
Money,
worse for G Money because the dog. Look, hold on. Because that means Nino was about to do it in front of G Money. He was about to do it right
Right.
there. He was about to do it right there in front of him. You know, hey, yo, get your girl, Nino. Go get your girl, yo. So he showed him what he was about. And Nino like, nah, man. Hey, keep on talking that. I'm coming. And then G Money like, yo, nah, go get your girl, dog.
but you think about it though. Why was he, G Money, that turned up over after she showed him what she was about, and he had already admitted he already had went handled business one time, right?
Right,
Yeah,
right.
one time. I mean, the jump fire. I mean, I don't know, but what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, he
It had
showed
to be.
G what she about, right?
Right,
Ain't
right.
like he couldn't get no other woman source. It would be
Yeah.
easy for him.
I get what you're saying too. So it's like it's a respect thing. But he put it this way: if he wanted that kind of respect, not on that though. You're like if he would have had something else, maybe like if he had the same kind of girl that Nino had, and Nino pushed up on her, then I would consider that disrespectful.
Right.
Like, yo, like really, that's the ride or die. You coming to her like that? But she showed what she was at. Like, so she jumping like that. She for the streets, and like man, hey, apparently you like don't. And he went back to it like no, he went back to it like twice, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
G Money went back to it twice. He referenced in that part. He was like, if you was taking care of business instead of he said at
Yeah.
that time at that part. Then even at the end, I don't see that's why G Money says at the end G Money what did he say? He said the worst words of everything right, even my woman. Your
Yeah.
woman,
See, boom.
your woman. Who? The gentleman was on stage stripping.
That's
Not your woman. That's not your
that's
woman.
true.
What is you talking about, dog?
That is
Woo!
true.
Why G Money?
So
Why?
that's the point. But yeah,
Yeah.
respect. I'm gonna be real with you before I get to the next joint. You know why Source was pressing that so hard?
Why is that?
Because Nino dark skin. But no, so he um so that's what that's about, right? So
Oh
let us
God.
let us have something, brother.
I,
Hey, but we got into this talking about that table scene though,
oh
man.
yeah.
What remember your boy Martin Lawrence pull that scene on Martin came in?
Mhm.
What was that joint over? Was that over? Was it a CD player?
Somebody stole a
It was a
CD player.
yeah, something like that, man.
Was it
That was
Walkman?
hilarious. Oh my God.
Martin came in there with the stuff with the stuffed animal, the stuffed dog.
Man, that was, and you say you look at that scene, you can see how hard it was for everybody to shoot it because they was dying, laughing, trying to keep straight faces, like oh my.
They'd have kicked me out for this set then because I know I'd have been rolling.
Yeah, it had
I
to be
know how
hard
to do
working
it.
that whole sitcom, man, for real with Martin, man, because it was a daggone fool.
My
So,
lord, it
but
done
no,
been like this.
that probably been the best movie.
So the whole infiltration part, well, the next infiltration part when when Appleton and Peretti go back to what was it? What was Van Peebles' name? I think it was Detective Stone. And
Sonny
that
Yeah.
Stone.
yeah, and they were talking to him about they got it set up so they run a game on G Money. Like you can buy from them, and they
Mm.
were acting like they were in the game and trying to get a connect. And of course, you know, Appleton gets in on the scene when he comes to see G Money and him and Nino are out there shooting ball and loafers and wingtips out on the
Beefing.
court. Out on the court.
Oh. Mhm.
How powerful was it that they had when, of course, they ushered Detective Appleton off the scene? Your boy G Money standing right there in the middle of the court, and somebody had written "crack kills" on the basketball court.
Foreshadowing.
Mm-hmm.
Foreshadowing, like I don't know what right there. You know what I mean? Letting them know, like, yeah, these are the choices, one way or the other. So, but yeah, that was definitely a dope scene though. Definitely foreshadowing for him as a character too, because eventually he did, I don't know if he's necessarily to come to that by himself because he ain't really like you mentioned about how Chris Rock was a great actor for that. He didn't really do any crackish type stuff despite that though. He was kind of pretty much still the same, still trying to run the business and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, he made some
Was he
crazy
though?
decisions. Huh? Yeah,
Right.
yeah, I mean, he was, I guess you could say because of that, he wasn't really paying attention, like seeing the signs with the whole Ice-T being an undercover. So maybe you're right. Then maybe, maybe you should have
being
seen it.
undercover, putting Pookie in that position.
Was he doing it before that or after that?
Well, they didn't show him doing it until later. But you got to think it. I mean, we didn't see the first time he did it because he was talking about "till death do us part" and
What he
man
said?
and
What?
wife and all
Yeah. What
that.
he say? What the two of us put together, let no man take
Put
his
us under,
prayers
yeah,
down or
something
put
like
us
that.
apart or something. Yeah.
I would hope that wasn't the first time. He had a speech.
I know, right? Oh man,
So,
I don't know. I mean, I guess that's a debatable topic. You know,
whether
like
he
was that his action? Yeah, was that his first time? Or was G Money actually on crack since the beginning?
Money on crack.
and I think too, outside of just the G Money aspect of him standing right there about crack kills, was the fact that they playing on that basketball court at all. And what Nino is the drug kingpin. And
Right.
he's playing on a court that also that has crack kills written right beside it. And he just ain't giving a what. You know what I'm saying? So
Nah.
a lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
A couple of other quick things as we get towards the end. The scene when we mentioned the scene about the old man. The old man, and when he walks in, and Nino was sitting there with the pastor, with the reverend, and they discuss whenever they discussing, and the kids are coming in, and he giving them money. And we actually we find out that they're having discussions. I guess Nino's agreed to fund and set up everything for the wedding of, what's it? It was his daughter, or was his niece? It was
his niece. I think it was his niece. I believe
and
it was.
so we get to the wedding scene. Everybody all dressed up and dapper. But let me tell you,
Keith Sweat.
Yeah, this is the one thing I had a problem with, and I was telling my girl this. We was talking about this last night, right? So I don't know. Maybe he hired Keith to sing at the whole wedding. But why would you go to a wedding singing "There You Go Telling Me No Again"? All these songs Keith got, baby. So get up on it, make it last forever. I'll give all my love to you. Appropriate songs for a wedding. But you singing "There You Go Telling Me No Again." I don't get it, bro.
Yeah, that wasn't a good what's the word I'm looking for. That wasn't a good continuity piece. They should have thought about that a little better, maybe. Let's just try another song, like King of New York. What they had Freddie Jackson singing the King of New York when he was singing "Dream On" or something like that. When
I think so, yeah.
And when Frank Wright he gave something to the kids or something, they were singing "Dream On" though, so that made sense. So that made sense for Freddie Jackson to sing that though. But when Keith Sweat is saying, "Why you telling me no at a wedding?"
We're gonna tell her. I'm saying she gonna tell him no on the wedding night. I mean, I don't know. Like, what are we talking about here?
I don't know. Key point. That's a good point. There, good point. Well, I don't know what they was thinking.
So it's looking at me like only this fool would think of something like that in the movie.
So it's probably like, man, I don't think it really matters, you know.
No. Trust me. I feel you on what you're saying. It's like off the topic, but do y'all think that the Jagged Edge song is a wedding song? Like they say, we ain't getting no younger, baby. Like it's like a desperation move. That don't seem like a wedding song. Does
let's get married.
Whatever. Yeah, that John. Does that seem like a wedding song? Am I tripping? I might be tripping.
Meet me at the altar, no address. We ain't getting no younger. We might as well do this.
Yeah, we ain't getting no younger. We might as well do it.
I guess it's all about context, I guess, man. You know.
I see what you're saying by the way it's worded. Yeah. We're talking. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it though.
I get it.
So no, so y'all don't agree. Moving on back to
no, I ain't said I don't
let's
agree.
Get to the shooting.
It's just I don't know.
Yeah, so later there is the shooting. Of course, your boy. What was the gangster's name? Don Amateo, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Don Amateo's people come through. He's a notorious gangster that I guess was used to do business with Nino and them, and Nino decided not to need their services anymore and going elsewhere, doing their thing, right? So Amateo seeks out revenge on him, and court comes out, and they shoot up the wedding. And your boy Nino gonna use a little girl as a shield, you know.
Yep.
And they start firing back, and of course, we see your boy Ice-T comes out and he saves a little girl, continues shooting. But we suffer a loss at this particular point. Girl, Keisha gets shot.
Hey, before
Yeah.
Keisha got shot, Ice, I can keep calling him Ice T because I don't even remember his name
Appleton.
being Appleton. I don't
Appleton,
even
yeah,
remember
which is
that. I don't even remember his name in the movie.
mm,
Scotty
But
Appleton.
Scotty, that's it. Yeah. So Scotty saw Nino and pulled his gun on him. Pointed his gun, he was like, I should shoot this dude right now. Who
yeah.
gonna argue it?
Well,
I
see, the
should just
crazy
do it
part,
right now.
yeah, and that's but in the way that was actually a great scene the way they did it though, because
Yeah.
all that happened right before that, because first the dad got killed before the daughter, because he tried to run and get her. You're like, man, again, he tried to run and catch her,
Yeah.
and then he got killed in the back, so that was messed up already. Like, damn. And
Mhm.
then Nino picked the baby up, and then try to do that, and then it's like, and so if you're watching it, when I saw it first, I was like, oh yeah, somebody need to kill him. Yeah, somebody need to go ahead and just. Somebody at some point, so you're kind of root for Nino, like, hey, yeah, no, they're like, after that part, I was like, okay, yeah, he can go. Let's do
That
go
was
there.
Yeah,
that
So,
the
was the
perfect,
limit.
it was perfect alibi though.
yeah, that's how we gonna say
Yeah.
yeah,
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 He
they
was
just
a
don't shoot
Cheeto.
him.
he
Yeah,
could have been like one of them shot him for real. Like he could have just
right,
ended the whole thing. Everybody else would thought that one of Don Mateo's people got it and
right,
kept this thing
right,
moving.
right.
Yeah.
When he dropped the kid and then ran with cover, and
Yeah,
that's the scene you talk about. So I see you like, oh, I got him now.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, dang, go ahead and pull it. That's what Keisha tried to run down the steps. Her and I think one of Christopher Williams behind. No, it was G Money
No.
behind actually.
It was Christopher Williams, but he didn't run behind her. He dove on the ground where she was. I
yeah.
don't know why.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's weird.
I don't
He
know
trying to
what that
go
was
out. He
supposed to.
trying to go out for his cousin, man.
Like, no, he was hiding.
Oh yeah.
I guess he didn't have a gun. Keisha out there,
Well,
Joan, in the
did
meadow.
say he was pretty. I mean, he won't. Was trying to
Yeah,
get that some red
he
on
had
that
a gun
suit.
in every other scene. He had a gun in every
That's
other
true.
scene, but that one, and he dove on the
That one.
ground. Keisha out there taking bullets for the team, literally, literally taking bullets for the team.
Yeah,
True.
I mean, go back to continuity again. Like, where they get these all the machine guns from? They ain't having the tuxedos. Did they? Like, everybody have machine guns. It's ready.
Bruh.
Like,
Yeah.
But what
It's
did Nino say later in the courtroom? He said, well, they don't ain't no Uzis in Harlem. You know.
right. True.
So
True.
big business out there, man. Big business. And so of course, Nino get that revenge though. They pull out. Came out like a scene. Well, this came out before The Sopranos, but it made me think of The Sopranos when they Don Mateo and his people sitting outside
Mm-hmm.
on the block on the side of these little spot, and they come through there, had some people on the motorcycle, gun all of them down, and all that, and and everything just it's just gone. Everything is messed up. He meets up with G Money. They sitting there talking about everything that happened, and Nino is still out there being Nino. He's hard. He's acting like he's listening to G Money. G Money out there pleading his case. He still want the respect. He want the love. He ready to put everything. Let's go back to the way it was. That's just the way it was, out there. And your boy realized there ain't no going back. What he said, I'm on the run, G. Everybody knows what time it is. And of course, we get the last "Am I my brother's keeper?" And he shoots him. Did he have to kill him though? Did he have to
Did he
kill him?
have to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had to kill him?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I agree. I mean, it was too far gone at that point. Like you said, that's the first. In that type of business, the first one probably would have been enough. Like, damn, you know, let this dude get in and mess all that up. But since they were so close, they're like, all right, we good for this one. I mean, but again, like Nino had a lot of bad character traits, but he has some key points where he showed you who he was, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like he told him point blank in the limo, like, all right, let's do this. Now, G, if it doesn't work, I'm gonna kill him, and then I'm gonna kill you. He told him that, like
Yes.
point blank, like that. Like I'm like he was Nino, but he showed you who he was every time, so nobody should be surprised. Like when Nino did something crazy, because he like, I'm telling you what I'm gonna do. I'm telling you this. Play me. You my dude, but hey, he in his cracking mode. He started laughing, and hung the phone up because he was still smoking at the time. Like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah,
Well,
that man ain't kill.
well,
Yeah,
that
he ain't killing me. That's my boy. So I don't know
he
what he
don't
told
know
me.
I'm on this pipe.
Yeah, he tripping right now, man. So,
So
but
you
nah, but
agree?
I mean, yeah, I don't think him. Yeah, it was a several. I mean, there was no way to repair that relationship at that point. So Yeah, they was too far gone.
Source, you agree?
I totally agree.
Had to go. He had to go. So when we get to, of course, when your boy, they find him and they, he's on the run, and of course, they find him, they track him down. After they ran up on some kids that was sitting on the front of the block, shook them kids down. Kids like, man, the heck with y'all. But of course, they caught one of them. He told them where the man, your boy was, and of course, he's hiding out. But who is he upstairs with?
Was he Nick with you?
Yep,
Was he Nick?
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
He was with her. That was her.
Huh.
Yep, he was up in it with her. I mean, you can kill this boy, but he up there with her. And that, it's just messy all the way around, man.
Yeah. At this point,
Yeah.
but
And so the big fight scene, everything goes through, and of course they get to fighting, and your boy throws him off the ledge, and they get him wrapped up. It was crazy. The whole scene was crazy. What y'all think about that last scene?
that joint was dope though. I mean, especially if you go back to the point when it was on the rooftop. You know what I mean? How crazy was that though? Like he telling him like, he was trying to get to know him and undercover. He was telling him the story about when he had to kill somebody, and it was actually his mother. It's like, how the hell, really? Like that's crazy. So then we fast forward back to the scene we're talking about. It's like all the emotion he had going through that whole scene. Like he did a great job acting that point. I felt you felt every punch. You felt every punch he threw. Like told him he was talking to him. I can't wait. Like if I could kill him right now, but you tried to until
you killed. It was my mother.
Yeah. Yeah, so you saw that. You saw the elation, all the crowd, all the people that's been dealing with this. Another broad daylight moment. All the broad daylight stuff that happened, and then for this to happen back to him in broad daylight for and everybody get to see it and stuff like that. So,
good point.
Yeah,
good point. Uniqua was in that joint. She knocked the gun out of Scotty's hand.
Yeah,
she said, "I'm in this too. I'm in this with you, baby." Yeah, she.
That was an excellent point, though, Lamorris, because you think about it, and you mentioned at the beginning about a lot of daylight moments. So Nino was forever doing stuff in the daylight, but he got taken down in the daylight in front of everybody.
Right. In front of everybody, and they were super happy. So you see something, they he got one punch, one lady like, get us. I was like, oh, this is they is hype. They is hype.
I thought Peretti was gonna get some. Remember, Peretti was like, "Throw him down to me." I said, "Oh, Peretti will get some too."
Yeah, get some rib shots in. Get a couple of stomps in or something.
Would we have called this police brutality?
Back then, or talking about in current standards?
Right now. I think once he threw him down that Joe, and he came down and still beat him down.
Oh no! In today's world, that would have been some that say he deserved what he got, and that'd have been a whole nother legion of people saying it was still too much. You had him. I mean, he was out. He couldn't do nothing. I mean, you know how it goes. This is the world that we live in.
Yeah, It ought to. Go back to context for me again. It's like they're definitely brutality and definitely overdoing it.
Yes.
But
so when they get him in the courts, so they get him in the courts, and the whole court scene and everything goes down, and he's spitting out his favorite line. They put him on the stands. When he said, I wasn't born. What he said? I didn't have a silver spoon in my mouth, Miss Hawkins.
Yeah.
And he's going on his little speech about everything that's going on, and no Uzi's made in Harlem and all this. And ultimately, how much time did they end up giving him? Was it 5? Was it 5?
Man ain't get.
Then after 12 months, something like that.
Yeah, so technically he only got like a year, I think. Technically, or whatever.
Yeah. This is the thing. So everybody's shocked and surprised, right? That he's about how to get any time. And of course, they look at Detective Detective Stone, whatever, longtime friend that he knew from college that was on the case as well, that it wanted to bring him down, right? And she tells him, Well, we wanted somebody, to crack off the streets. And I guess it's her partner, the assistant DA or the DA. I don't know who the guy is just sitting beside, and they look at him. How much money you want to bet that Nino paid that dude off?
It's,
Nobody ever thinks about that. But if you go back and watch it again, you think about all that Nino Brown has done. He's already mentioned early in the movie when they were talking about, they were having a conversation between all the detectives and stuff, and they're talking about Nino Brown. He said he got half the cops are probably on his payroll already, and this, that, and the third. I never thought about this probably the first few times I ever saw this movie, but maybe a few years ago when I watched it, I came to that conclusion. I think that Nino found a way, whether it was threatening them, some money, whatever, to pay off the guy, the district attorney, whatever he was.
right,
Because
right.
all they said, they wanted somebody to crack off the streets. That was a pretty steep decline in the sentence that he should have gotten. And you
Oh
look at the
yeah,
guy's face. You look at the guy's face when he's sitting there with the lady, the other prosecutor, whatever. He's just kind of sitting there like this. Yeah,
mhm, yeah. You're right.
somebody
You're
got to him.
right.
Somebody got to
I
him.
ain't, I ain't never think about it like that. You're right because she definitely said she only referenced him like one time. She like whatever his name was,
Mhm.
he wanted to make the deal.
He
That was
wanted to
it.
make
And
the
then
deal.
everybody looked at him and he just looked back at him and that was it. They say yeah he wanted to make the deal.
It's
Yeah,
something
you're
that's
right.
easy to miss. But if you
Yeah.
watch it again, if you next time you watch it, if you just go to the end of it, they don't really show him for a long time. But look at the look on
Mhm.
his face. He just kind of sitting there like, if I made the deal and I'm the district attorney or whoever I am, I'm make the deal. I ain't worried about what you think, right? Yeah, I made the deal. That's what I wanted. That's what we got. Now, dude, kind of sitting there like, like he just kind of got this little look on his face, like I ain't saying nothing. It's over.
Right.
Nino in
But the
the end
crazy
got to him some kind of way.
right.
I
The
think
crazy thing
I
about it
think
is though, like, did they really give him did they really believe that Christopher Williams' character was like a major player though, just because
Yeah,
he said it. Like, did they really go into it like thinking like, okay, yeah, we got all right, because being he said it, we're gonna believe him that yeah, he was the main one. So now if he would have said something like right, I think he was dealing with the Peruvians or something like that. That was his new connect or something like that, right? I think so. If he would have said something like similar to that, like, "Oh yeah, I'm getting up my Peruvian connection" or something like that, they would have been like, "Okay, I can see them letting him go" or something like that. But him just saying like, "Okay, yeah, Christopher Williams, like y'all know Kareem Akbar, the educated brother of the bank, he the one to run the CMB." So it's
wait,
like,
read my family, kill my mother, whatever.
right, yeah. So yeah, but I definitely see your point though. Definitely, dude probably was paid off, and I ain't never think about it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What you thought, Source?
yeah, that could be it. That could be it. I never thought about it either. I just thought it was just because Nino was giving up Kareem as if Kareem was the real head of the CMB. I thought that would have been why
I don't
dude
think they would
almost
have
died.
done that though, because maybe it's just me watching all these police and detective shows,
hmm
even old stuff. And I think Source laughs at me all the time. I started talking about stuff like Matlock, right? I still watch that stuff, right? But the crazy thing is, you see these cases all the time, whereas they're about to hammer somebody and they think they got him, and they didn't build a good enough case or just enough of a case to convict somebody, and then something happens during the court day that casts a shadow of a doubt that maybe we got just enough, but we don't really have enough to go as far as we want to go. And now they didn't cast some doubt on this. He didn't threw this person's name in it and this person, and we might got a little bit on them, but we don't have everything either. So this dude is probably lying, but it could be some truth to what he's saying. How solid is your case? Because what they think about is, okay, I go ahead and convict you now of this, but you got enough to come back when once you appeal it, and it's a possibility that this thing is going to go a different direction. And I think I don't know if they ever really 100% believe that they really had anything on Kareem or a lot on Kareem, but he did cast a shadow of a doubt. Um,
yeah, definitely.
and then of course we see at the end, and he gets out, and he thinks he's gotten off, and smelling like roses, and he walk out, and then the old man that we talk about all the time, and I forgot what we talked about through the whole podcast.
Well,
What do you
So
say?
you know the
What he
line, don't
said?
you? Yeah.
Idolater, your
Idolater.
soul is required in hell. I believe that's it.
And of course, he
Yeah,
puts
that's it.
puts a bullet in your boy, and he flips over the staircase, and we see him on the ground, and we see a somewhat satisfied look on Appleton and Peretti's face. See, boy,
Yeah.
Appleton slid off with shades on.
Like, man,
Kept it moving.
whatever. Yeah, Freddie straight up laughed. Freddie,
Yeah, exactly.
but like this is definitely telling my age because I remember in the movie theater seeing it, and the whole theater died laughing when it panned on Freddie's face, and he
Yeah.
started laughing. Everybody in the crowd started busting out laughing too. Like, yo, like this dude's silly, yo. But yeah, that was pretty dope though. Yeah, I see this. He just threw the shades on. Like, yeah.
That was pretty dope the way they shot that man.
It was the dope how they did the scene. It was dope how they did the scene. I mean, because I
Well,
mean,
no, for
it
real.
was it was closure. That you got some of these movies these days, man. They don't end well. Some don't. That was proper closure to the and you almost thought he was about to get away. You know what I mean at the time. You
Definitely,
know,
definitely.
so it's kind of like, oh, okay, like yeah, all right. So it depends on who you're rooting for. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, yeah, my boy Nino got off. Yeah, then next, damn, he got.
Well,
So it
that
all
was in
depends.
1991, though. Y'all know if we was dealing in 2020 or 2021,
Mm.
they left just enough so it could have been a sequel.
Oh yeah, definitely,
Just enough.
definitely. He wouldn't fail all the way. Everybody felt like another step or something like that, or just collapse. Like Angela from Power or something like that. You don't know, did she die? Did he die?
Wow.
Because we know
I
Angela to the next show came up. So
That's true. That's true. So, all right, fellas. So that's the way we're gonna wrap up this particular movie, New Jack City, considered a hood classic by many, 1991 film. So we're gonna go to our guest, Lamorris. What is your favorite drink? Any type of drink?
favorite one, just probably I'm gonna be on the Basil Hayden pretty heavy lately, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
go with that. Yeah,
my cousin, that's his joint too. So
yeah.
1 to 5, 5 being the highest. How many of those are you giving this movie?
1 to 5. 1 to 5. Um, New Jack City. Give it. Are we doing halves or just?
Yeah. You can do.
Okay.
You
Yeah, I give New Jack City 4.5. Like I said, from beginning to end, like it wasn't too much. That wasn't like I'm real big on continuity in a movie or in any kind of show or something like that. So it gotta, even though I know it's fake, even though I don't care if it's a Marvel movie, it still got to make some kind of sense in the context of what you're doing it in. You
Indeed.
know what I mean? So, and as far as this, I feel like it did. It covered all those bases. It made sense conceptual wise. As far as the story, the characters were good. The story was decent. Had enough action in it. So had enough drama. Had, like I said, even to the end. If you like, you didn't even know what's gonna happen to the list to the very last second of the movie. So yeah.
Source. What do you think, brother?
I am with Bang on this one. I first was thinking of 5 because of the time frame that it came out. This was the first movie where we had, not the first movie in history, but the first hood movie where we had all these black people, and it was like a hip hop movie. So this was the first one that was a hip hop drama, I guess you could call it, a hood tale like this. And just based on that and the fact that it was a really good movie, I was going to give it a 5. But I think if I compare it to everything else that I've seen, and and things that I know I would give a 5 to, I got to drop it to a 4.5. So I'm with Bang with the 4.5.
Oh, first, I think this will be the first show we've done. We were all in 100% agreement.
Word?
Yeah, this is the first one out of all of them we've done. Definitely a 4.5 for me. I think, as we mentioned earlier, just about everybody's acting performance was either really good or it was good enough. There were a few moments with Ice-T that were just okay, but of course, he came into this thing not really being an actor. He was just, doing his thing in the streets and making records. which amazing is launched into an amazing career. You think about now what Ice-T, what he's been on Law and Order now, SVU for what 18
Like,
seasons.
hard to say, it seemed like 20 some years.
Forever.
Yeah, but what's
Yeah.
crazy is, do you know he started out supposed to have been on like 4 episodes? That
Yep.
was it,
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
like 4 episodes, and he thought that was it. And they ended up calling him back, and he kept the job. But I loved it all. A little nitpicking. I mentioned the song at the wedding. I said y'all did a good job with a lot of stuff, but you didn't think this one out. Even if you hired
Uh,
this guy to sing a bunch of songs at the wedding, I don't even know if I even ever would sing that one. At a wedding. Okay, but
like never.
overall, very solid. I know Mario Van Peebles might not have had the real acting career that he wanted, but I thought, at least help direct this movie. He did a really good job with it. And my guy Bill Nunn, one reason I couldn't give it a 5, because I don't know. I understand what they were trying to get with this character. I may have wanted to see somebody else other than him played Delta Man though. And that's respectfully for a guy who I've liked just about everything that I've seen him in. Um, and I think I told Source before, I kind of met him and didn't meet him in an airport one time on the way back to Richmond. We actually were both coming out of I guess he was in a hurry to catch a flight, so he was hurrying into the bathroom. I was in a hurry to get to my gate, and he was in there, and so we were both washing our hands in the urinal. But I may have wanted to see somebody else play the other man in this one. Not that he didn't ruin the movie or anything, but I just couldn't totally see him in that character. But he didn't take away from the movie. 4.5 for me as well.
I can see that. Yeah, because he was a great actor, man. So he could have probably done a lot more.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace to my guy there. All right.
Yeah.
So this wraps up another episode of Run It Back, New Jack City. We want to thank our guest, Sports Bar Podcast member, Lamorris Bolling. We appreciate having you here, brother.
Appreciate y'all.
You know we're going to have to do this again, right?
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate y'all having me, man.
Yeah, no
It was
doubt.
dope.
No doubt. Source, what you got? Any last words?
Oh, nah, not really. Well, shout out, I guess, to Ice-T. Shout out to Ice-T, because he went from being the man that made the song Cop Killer to being a cop in his first acting role and to have a role on a TV show as a police officer for so many years. It's crazy.
And also, shout out to him as well, because we didn't mention, I don't know if you guys remember, he also was a bad guy on, you remember New York Undercover?
Oh,
A
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
people don't remember that, but he was, I think he had a thing for Malik Yoba's ex-wife on the show. I remember he kidnapped her and all that, but you talking about a blast from the past. A lot of people don't remember that. But he's no stranger to the screen and playing them hard roles.
Yeah, he got a nice movie catalog though. I mean, and like movie catalog and TV appearances. So
yeah, for sure. For sure.
And it's broad too though. It's not just typecast of cop, criminal, something like that too. You know, you got some. Y'all ever seen what's the name? Survival of the Fittest, when he had like I don't think he had real dreads then. I think he had like the fake ones when he was getting hunted, like in the woods or something like that. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but
what's it
I
called?
don't think that's the
Survival
name of it though.
Was it
That
Trapped
ain't the
or
name.
What's
something?
something else?
We want Trapped was. I know the movie you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they was chasing him through the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of it, but yeah, definitely.
I ain't seen it in a while. I want to say that was pretty good though. I haven't seen it in a while, but movies change after years, so pause replay. I want to say, yo, that joke was good. Then I look at it like, man, this won't even all that for real. I don't know what else. It was terrible. But from what I remember, I think it was a pretty good movie. What I remember.
No doubt. So this time we return to the street crime genre. I think we may have one or two more of those coming. We do have had a request for several requests for Set It Off. And
one of them by me.
Yeah, by you and some other group members. And I do remember, not really a crime drama, but a more also on a serious note. I was going through it, and a couple of people mentioned higher learning. So we'll see. We'll see. Been a minute since I watched that. And the only other surefire one I know for a fact, and we've tossed around so many, we do know that we are going to do the program as we get closer to the football season. That's been mentioned a whole lot.
Johnson want to get on that one. I believe.
in the group. So if y'all like this, you know,
Hey,
let us know. We appreciate it. And as always, we your boys from the Sports Bar Podcast. You can find us on the Facebook group. Join us for all your needs. Sports is our thing, but hip hop, television, movies, beer, they're always in play, always on the table. Until next time, we about here.
all right, peace. Y'all have a good Sunday, man.
Peace.
All right.
Yes, sir.